treat, then look no further than our kitchen. Michela's cooking. In fact, don't cheat at the cake bake. Do this, because it's easy.
It is so easy. I mean, this recipe was inspired, actually, from my wedding. So in Italy, traditional wedding cakes are called millefoglie, so it's that kind of millefeuille. And we had a metre by metre. It was a double wedding with my sister, and they just cover it in fruit. And
did you get married?
My sister and I got married, Jane Austen style. Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Wow.
So these cakes are used like weddings, communions, you know, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And this is what my sisters and I came up with this as a little inspiration because it's so simple.
Yeah, OK.
So we start with puff pastry. This is bought. You know, you can make your own, but I definitely don't have the time for that.
No.
And when you roll your sheet out, you could probably get 8 pieces. So get a rectangle, 8 times 8.
OK.
And then in 4 of them, what you need to do is cut out this little central square.
Like a frame.
Like a frame, exactly. And then, I mean, honestly, you get the kids doing this, grannies, whoever's in the kitchen, give them a little bit of an egg dusting, because this will help them go nice and golden, and they go in the oven.
I'm sampling them all as I'm working my way down.
You've already gone in.
Yeah.
So you just stick that to the top?
You just stick that to the top. So you've got 4, there's your 8 pieces, and that goes in the oven at about 200 degrees for about 10, 12 minutes. Keep an eye on it.
And that makes that case on the outside look like that?
That makes the case. And the great thing is, do these in advance even better, because you obviously want this to be nice and cool.
Oh, yeah.
And look at that, how they come out. Really pretty. And so I'm going to show you what inspired my wedding, which was the fruit version. But then I've got 2 other fillings as well. But
middle one's my favourite.
You could go savoury as well. You know, this is the great thing. These, make them in advance. You want them nice and cool. If you prick the centre before I put it in the oven, this central bit doesn't rise as much. But if it does, you just squish it down to give yourself some space. You could leave it. You could just overflow the filling as well, but it then makes it harder to eat.
Yeah.
And here we've got my base. Now, this base is a tub of mascarpone, and into that, icing sugar. And that is your base. So that's what I'm going to do times 3. OK, in there. And into this one, with my berries, I'm going to add a zest of a lemon and some vanilla.
I'm going in.
And then I've got my berries. Now, what I've done with the berries, this is my mum's trick with fruit salad, always put some icing sugar over your berries about 20 minutes before you're going to eat them, and it just brings the sweetness out of them. So into
That's lovely.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's gorgeous.
I like that, because I don't like cream, but the mascarpone...
Mascarpone is like, it's got a bit of a sweetness to it.
It's really nice.
So there we go.
And try another one.
I mean, and this is my lovely berries, which have got a bit of... They've been coated with some caster sugar, about a tablespoon. And you just pop that on the top. Oops, stay on, please. And then, there you go, that's number 1.
Beautiful.
Really simple, so summer evening. Again, you can make it all in advance and then just assemble. So that's the first one. Now then, this one was inspired by... have you ever had Baci chocolates in Italy?
Yeah.
They are a little bit like a Ferrero Rocher, but they've got a whole caramelised hazelnut inside. And Baci means kisses in Italian. Really nice. So that's where this one was inspired from. So you've got another tub of mascarpone with the icing sugar as the base. And I'm going to add to that some cocoa powder.
Oh, you're doing the chocolate one now?
The chocolate one.
Right, OK.
Oh, yeah.
And this is a block of chocolate grated, just to give a bit of texture and a bit of bite.
That's posh chocolate there, isn't it?
Posh chocolate. So you stir that up.
Is that like a one that sounds like green and blacks?
This one, I think, is a Lindt, but again, it's a nice quality chocolate. You get it on the grater.
Right.
It just gives that lovely texture. You could fully stir it, or you can leave it a little bit speckled, like a stracciatella. But what I love about this is the caramelised nuts. Now, people get a bit scared about caramelised nuts, but you honestly put your caster sugar in the pan and just leave it until it's melted.
What sort of heat have you got?
Well, I won't have time for that, but it will be a low heat. Once it melts, then you throw in your nuts, give it a little stir, and you will end up with this goo. Whoops. And you just bash them up, and you have got, look at this, your lovely caramelised nuts. So I'm going to pop a bit of this into my third one.
That middle bit is good.
It's amazing, isn't it?
I'm going to keep it a bit stracciatella. And over the top of that, you've got these nuts. And if you really want to go to town, get some melted chocolate and do that.
Oh, that's
And I mean,
special.
look, I've literally done it in front of you. It is that simple.
And the one that would appear to be our favourite.
The favourite one is your base, squeeze of orange zest, and then I've got this amaretto.
Oh, there you go.
Amaretto.
That's what it is.
I'm going to put some on the amaretti
Funny,
biscuit.
it's like a bloodhound.
A splash in there.
Nip it out.
Mix it up. And then that is your third one, which you've got there.
That's just really good. And then you
And
sprinkle
top
those
it with the
little biscuits.
amaretti biscuits on top. And it is...
I'm just going to have one of those, which you've
Aren't they
dunked all over.
delicious? So there we go.
There's
Again,
no flavour like
in
that.
it goes.
And that.
Orange and amaretti.
But you could do savoury ones, you know, Phillip
I'd love savoury
savoury
ones as well.
You can, different toppings, cookies, you know, mix some cookies in your base and
Like a
add them on
big
the top
mushroom
for the
vol au
kick.
vent. Thank you very much.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Thanks to Michela for all the details of today's recipe and more delicious ideas from our This Morning chefs. Head to the Free This Morning app.